Welcome back, and today we're gonna look at an actual interesting Typhoon. It's the Mark 1B late. It's the 4.3 variant in the tech tree with, of course, 4 Hispano cannons. And this thing used to be one of my favorite planes in the game, and while I still definitely like it, it's not as good as it used to be. And it's not because of the matchmaker or the plane changing. It's simply that the meta is shifting into a more fast-paced scenario. And the issue with that is that this plane is not that fantastic when it comes to cutting through the entire enemy team, mainly due to the roll rate. It's fast, it climbs okay, and the turn time is incredible, but at higher speeds the ailerons do essentially nothing, and when you have to constantly deflect your wings to get shots on people, or god forbid you get someone on your 6, ailerons are pretty damn important. Now luckily, when we don't need ailerons, it's very easy to just pull straight in and cut someone's wing off. This plane is all about being fast and being nimble, but you are still a bit of an oil tanker, and the weight is definitely noticeable when you get into a group scenario. Especially in the furballs, it's not that fantastic. Quick deflections are hard to aim, and it's not because of the guns. The Hispanos are fantastic really, they're easy to lead. They do a lot of damage, you got 4 of them, and they're actually kind of spread out a little bit, meaning you put a big old cloud of death upon your enemy. We have Drug Dealer 13 coming in, and we hit him in the head-on. Head-ons are a bit scuffed, you want to stick them, but not too long, because again, you can't roll out of them. If you commit a little bit too hard and they get too close, especially get something like a Focke-Wulf on 90, it can be an absolute death sentence. Luckily, Drugs Dealer is on some fend, he can't aim, and we get away with it. XP50 above us, common sight, but not as common as it doesn't have an airspan anymore, and now it doesn't play itself. You might actually have to put a little bit of your synapses together if you don't want to get put straight onto a t-shirt. He gets put into a montage and we just go straight back down again. And you can tell it's okay when the enemy also doesn't use its ailerons, because then my deficit doesn't really matter. If you get to slow speeds, really not much of an issue. If you get secluded into 1v1s, maybe even 2v1s, depending on the planes you are fighting. 2 Yak trees, for example, are gonna be a little bit of an issue, but you can get people slow. It's a fantastic dogfighter, and once you get into those lower speeds, it's incredibly easy to kind of just dumpster whatever you are engaging. It's very good in a raid. Keep in mind that once you start changing trajectories, it takes you so long to do so that even though you might turn better, what ends up happening is that you will actually lose out because you're not turning into the right direction. Donjade almost turns into a 335, we almost kiss our homie goodnight, and he splats it straight into Mr. Skrull's little house, and that's going to be kill number 4 in pretty quick succession. Prop games are slow to start, and if you don't have an airspan or a rocket ship, it can be pretty tedious. With the event of today's sponsor, I might have a way to keep your neurons firing as you climb into battle. They're adding a new famous hero for free that you really don't want to miss out on. Raid is collaborating with Assassin's Creed for this event, and they have picked a great hero lineup to celebrate the occasion. With these heroes you will have a major leg up on the competition. I'm of course talking about no other than Ezio Auditore, who has been recreated beautifully and makes me want to play Brotherhood all over again. He's all about debuffing the enemy to inflict massive damage with his signature weapons, the Hidden Blades. You will unlock this monster by simply logging in for 7 days, and if you aren't satisfied by Ezio, you can also unlock other assassins like Edward Kenway, Bayek, Basim and Cassandra, who is the first raid champion from the Organized faction. When you unlock all of these legendary assassins, you will unlock a special reward that will make conquering the event dungeon defended by Pontiff Augustine an absolute treat. The dungeon features time-limited chrono-phase gear that makes your assassins whole. Set up your team, select your battles, and let the game play its course with the auto battle feature that allows you to grind and play while having your attention be taken away occasionally while playing your Typhoon. Sign up right now with my QR code or the link in the description and instantly unlock the legendary Nama the Returned. If you reach level 15 in the event, you will get the epic Marzilian Mage. Just log in 7 days, you will get Ezio, and like that wasn't enough, if you use one of the promo codes on the screen, you will get one hero of your choosing. Sign up right now and maybe we will find each other in battle. And no, this wasn't a funny cutaway to show me winning a 1v3. We're about to actually win this game pretty handily. These guys have been running me down for the last, I'm not sure how much exactly, 2 to 3 minutes. And you can tell that I'm all the way on my own on this side of the map. This is not the speciality of the Typhoon when you're on your own. The thing is that I do have some things that I do better than them. I can outturn them and I can outrun them. Climbing, rolling, those kind of things, bit of an issue. And the issue is that my speed is about to be capped off by this 109 that's coming straight from the heavens. I need to make sure that I get enough separation to the point where my speed actually matters. Because if this thing starts dive bombing me, comes at me with 800 kilometers an hour, I'm gonna have a slight issue. Except when I have enough separation, I can maintain 800 just the same. And they might have more altitude, but the 109s are never gonna be catching me if I maintain my speed. Now I will slowly drop my speed here. I'm going straight, and of course when you go over your top speed and you level out or go higher, what happens is your speed will simply evaporate. But if you put it into a bit of a shallow climb, we might be able to salvage a little bit. And luckily the 3 guys on our 6 break off, they get bored, and that's a good thing, because if those all stuck on me at the same time, I was gonna be in a lot of trouble. You saw that I tried to go for the head-on, I tried to push it a little bit, but again, head-ons are a bit scuffed, and while you might have the cannons, you don't have the ability to really dodge them. And when there's 3 of them at the same time, a little bit of an issue. 109 comes in, it's a lone G6, and I'm very much confident that I can deal with this guy, especially if he flies perfectly straight. He goes into cancel roll mode, we lock in, and we just blow his shit smooth off. That's going to be kill number 1, at least for the time being, because we are about to mop up half the enemy team. Now we are at an altitude advantage, and this is very good with this plane. Still, it's gonna be a little bit annoying if the enemy holds their speed and I need to start switching between them. We have a C205 on the right, doesn't really take priority. I kind of want to kill those 3 guys that were chasing me at the start of the match. There's one issue though, the C205 on my right is kind of conserving his energy. He's side climbing, he's trying to get away from me, but I have a bit of separation, I have a lot of altitude and a decent amount of speed, so I know that if he does come back, I have the ability to kill him, probably, hopefully, later on. There's 3 over here, they're all pretty low, and I'd rather take this opportunity to kill these 3 guys at the same time, and then kill the C205 later on, opposed to go for the C205 and let these guys climb over me. Teammate comes in, kills one of them. We put the other one onto a t-shirt, that's aircraft destroyed. XP 55 not doing particularly well, and we can tell that the C205 is already coming back. But because these guys are so damn slow, it's actually pretty simple for me to get shots on them. My roll rate isn't really a factor here because we are going way below 500, but still it's a little bit sluggish. We need to line it up properly, because otherwise these high deflection shots where they just get to roll around for free are gonna be a little bit of an issue. I'm aware that I'm rolling underneath the C205 right now, but it doesn't really matter because he just killed my teammate, or at least pushed him away, and here he comes. But we're still going 600 because we had all of that altitude buffer. We cool off the engine a little bit while we dive into this merge, and I know that I can handle a C205 very, very easily. This is not a great dogfighter. It does have a decent amount of engine power, but it doesn't turn well enough to beat something like the Typhoon. If it goes on long enough, maybe he will be able to, you know, energy trap me, but I need to miss a lot of shots, and he's gonna need a lot of luck as well. I'm basically gonna be parked onto a 6 for the entirety of that fight, and he is not gonna have a very good time. Go ahead on with the P47 straight out of the match, and then we go for the people on the deck again. And again, this is not the strength of the Typhoon, but if you have enough energy, basically anything that isn't good about this plane is definitely manageable. We're just gonna keep going up until they are slow enough and the balls are drained, and then I just get to shoot at them for free. Or at least that's the theory, because this is gonna be a pretty tight fight. We go up and over, we wait for anyone to pitch up. No one is really doing that. The XP55 here, while kind of priority, I'm also not really scared of him in a dogfight. I know I can handle that. I need that SB2C out of the lobby. That's an extremely annoying plane to deal with when you are dealing with multiple people. He is very slow though, so he's also a bit of an easy target, but I don't want to deal with a floater when I'm dealing with 2 other people. So we just go straight back up, we bounce straight back down, and I'm looking to the right and I see that they're still running away from me. So this is completely fine, and you can tell if you're that slow, it doesn't matter that I don't have any roll rate. P51 is killing AI. XP55 is kind of doing the same thing, so for now we're just going to break off, put our energy back into altitude, or our speed back into altitude, and then we simply turn around. P51 also turns around, is going for me, but we're going 400 into a bit of a dive. We're probably gonna reach the bottom here at 500, 550. He is climbing up to me, so we trade in the head-on, both of us completely miss, and all I need to do is go up and over, and then I notice it's a P51A. It's the Mustang with cannons, and that really is gonna do a whole lot of nothing to me. We implode his balls, and then we go for the XP50. There he goes. We go to the right, we're still going about 600, which is more than sufficient, but the speed here is gonna be a little bit of an issue. The XP55 isn't going all that fast. He's busy killing everything but me, and we go for the merge. Now, we're gonna dogfight him, and I'm not gonna take the optimal line here, because I thought, well, I'm just gonna play with my food, and it's almost going to cost me, so we go up and over. We're gonna pitch him straight up. He almost gets the shot, and I thought, well, I kind of blew it, because he's going a little bit faster than I initially thought. I was gonna stall him out and do something funny. I'm still gonna do that, but it's gonna take a little bit longer. We go into the raid here, and while it might look like he is gaining on me, and he kinda is, I am tightening up this loop. He is not gonna be able to get a shot on me, and it looks like his nose is coming around, but it's not enough for the shot. We go up, he is very close, and just like me, he also has no roll rate. So we go under his wing, we make him roll over, we throttle down a little bit, and in this kind of maneuver, when I get past this scuffed angle, I can just go up. Now don't go too vertical, because then I basically stall out in front of him. We go just shallow enough, we drop the landing flaps, and right now we are stalled right above him. And at low speed, engine power, my stall speed, my turn time is all much better. So when I stall above him and his nose drops, I have won. There is no coming back from this angle in an XP55 when I'm in a Typhoon. And not when I'm in a Typhoon, when the Typhoon is on you. It doesn't really matter who's on you. That kind of angle, once you recover it, it's done deal. A little bit annoying to hit at close range. I run 600 meters Convergence, of course, because I like to shoot at a little bit further away. But with cannons this far apart, on a plane that's that narrow and thin, it's a little bit annoying, and sometimes they kind of just end up flying in between your shells. Key 49, last guy of the enemy team. He has a God of War, and I know I'm about to be put on a t-shirt when he hits me with that gunner, but I don't give a shit. This guy is dying, because I am not about to die to AA. Now we're flying around with a singular wing. As you can tell, we get kill number 5, but luckily the game takes just short enough to the point where, again, as per usual, we don't die. That's like 0.1 of a second, but you know, again, we didn't die. And because we weren't severe, we didn't get a death. Now if you're wondering what that boom sound is, my keyboard is currently sometimes disconnecting for free. Now luckily it didn't affect me throughout this game right here, but sometimes my keyboard just ceases to exist for a second or 5, and then I get my balls imploded. Not exactly ideal. We have a 190, we have an LA7, a Yak 3 and a BF109, and I want to go for Yak 3, BF109, then the LA7 and then the Dora, and that's what I was gonna do, except the 109 is behind the Yak 3, and by going for the 109 here, I'm going to solidify my position a little bit better. I'm still behind the Yak 3, there is one plane out of this lobby, and I'm still in the position to energy trap them. Now the issue is that they're actually kind of breaking off from the engagement which opens up a lot of angles. And because I need to dodge multiple people, the yak tree is very quickly going to gain a lot of ground. Dora takes priority right now. He's going to kill me if I don't react, and the LA7 is now going flat and trying to pitch up under me again. We dodged the Dora. We need to go flat, but the yak tree is in a very good position right now to kind of drop his nose and straight up murder me. Luckily he's going a little bit too shallow, he doesn't pick up quite enough speed, and I'm gonna be able to pass his nose without him getting guns on me. We keep on pitching into the same direction. I don't want to invert my turn in this kind of scenario because I'm actually raiding 3 people at once. We get some shots, that really fucked me up. But I hit him anyway, hit his wingtip, not sure what else I did. But I need to go back for the yak tree. I needed to kill the LA7 right there, and I thought I did because I saw the pop-up, but that's just the 109 crashing into the ground. Him staying in the plane actually almost cost me this match. The yak tree is now in a position where I'm probably dead, because I need to keep turning into one direction. I need to do something here. I can't even go for the LA7 right there, because the yak tree will simply kill me. And then luckily, they ram each other. And now it's only an LA7 and a 190 D9. Go up over his nose. I see that he's not going to be pitching into this. He has his engine smoking. I'm not sure if he cooked his engine. Probably not this early into the game. If I actually did hit his engine, not sure exactly. But he's damaged. He's out of position, and I'm on the position of the Dora. LA7 comes back in, we go up below his nose, dodge his guns, pitch on over, and when I go vertical like this, when he has a little bit of engine damage, I just get the drop directly on the 6 of him, completely for free. I'm going a little bit fast right now, keep looking around, but we go straight back into the vertical, and I think he properly cooked his engine now. He is just falling out of the air, and we get the easiest shot imaginable. This guy really didn't want to die. We get another aircraft destroyed that I thought was belonging to someone else, and we go for the PA that's trying to dive to the runway. Take everything off, straight back to the ground, and then we dogfight the last guy in the enemy team. It's an I-185, and he just killed 4 people, so he's probably not completely clueless, but I'm going 700, he is below me, and that plane does not go 600 in a straight line, so I know that I can just go vertical. And I'm waiting for him to go all in. I'm expecting him to force the head on, so I'm just going to use a little bit of extra speed to loop in behind him, and then we pitch straight in. And again, this kind of shot, it doesn't matter that I don't have any roll rate, because he doesn't have the speed to roll himself. And again, the Typhoon is fantastic, but in today's meta it's not as good as it used to be. It's still good enough to wreck enemy teams if they are playing it wrongly, or if you are in a very good position. It's a dangerous plane, and I'm not trying to discredit that whatsoever. I'm not trying to make it so like I'm making a plane work that is absolutely terrible. This thing is still fantastic. It just doesn't fit into that cut through the entire enemy team in 5 seconds meta that we have going on currently. When you are in a furball and you are dogfighting 3 people at once, it's hard to deflect your wings. It's hard to get multiple people shot down at the same time, and that's a bit of an annoyance, but in the situations where this thing gets to shine, it really shines very brightly. Now the issue is that most of the games that I did were kind of boring. A lot of games lasted like 20 seconds to 2 minutes, 1 or 2 kills, and the game is over. And it doesn't really matter what plane you're playing in those scenarios. It doesn't really matter how good you are or how bad you are. If you only get to shoot 2 people, just like right here, it really doesn't help if you also can't roll. So yes, most games this thing is a bit of a chore to play, but when you do get those games where your team kind of dies but not completely, and you get the carry, or you are just above everyone, this plane is an absolute treat. It's not very easy though, it's very unforgiving, but if you have a little bit of a semblance of a clue on how to play these props, you're gonna be completely fine. And again, I'm not doing this on purpose, but we are on 67% throttle, and I'm sorry if I just gave you PTSD, but I'm not doing this shit on purpose anymore. We kill the Dora, that's ground pounding, and then we just kind of look for our next victim, because there is still a few victims to be had. And this right here is what I expected the game to be like. games that last 2 seconds, you drop altitude, you get a singular kill, and that's it. And the reason I'm gonna be showing you this game right here is to convey that point. We get a kill on the deck, and that's essentially the game. Our team is kind of winning, and then I run into a bomber, and that's going to be kill number 2. We then run into a P-38, that's like a minute or 2 later. And while this is an incredibly uneventful match, because well, nothing really happens, we go head on, we dodge the head on, we go up and over, and the P-38 in this kind of scenario stands absolutely zero chance, other than the fact that he has a very good roll rate. But yet again, when you are as wide as an entire village, it's kind of easy to just gun you down when you only go 300, and that's going to be kill number 3. And then we run into a bombing I-185 while our entire team is nowhere to be found. They're all behind me, and because I'm so fast, I'm gonna be able to run this guy down. And then someone in the chat says, can we be in a video? And I'm gonna say no. Now apparently I lied, because very clearly here you are. But normally these kind of games don't make it into the video. Getting 5 kills doesn't mean it's a good game. And yeah, it's a good game for grinding, Silver Lions, in terms of getting your stats up. But in terms of individual kills and the performance and showing things that are worth showing, I don't think there is really anything here. And I think it's important to sometimes show this, because it's not all sunshines and rainbows. I don't win every 1v6 I run into. I am cherry picking content. This is YouTube, and I'm trying to make a video that's showcasing the plane well, and I'm trying to make something somewhat entertaining while also giving you a bunch of information. And I'm hoping that I'm fulfilling both or all of these things. But in this case, I think it's important to showcase it, because well, that's just what this plane is like. Very often you're just flying around with your dick in your hand and you don't really get to do anything. We go ahead on with a P-47. I decided to just stick another game at the end here. Go ahead on with the A7. He breaks off. Bad idea, because I just get to spray it in for free. That was not your computer, that's me having some FPS lag. And you can tell that even though I might not be able to roll, the neck G on this thing on the other hand is pretty damn good. So maybe you don't need to roll. If someone rolls 180 degrees and then starts pulling, you can just kind of push your nose down and kill them regardless. Great, I know. We get the spark on this guy for free. P-47 really doesn't want to die, but that guy is completely cooked, and I'm not really worried about him coming back a little bit later. But I'm still going to get my kill, because I didn't get a severe, and when people see a smoking guy, they really want to clean him up. VB-10 comes in, entire enemy team is on the deck, and I'm just looking around to see if I can get something interesting going on. Now the Kia 4 is not really engaging us, and I'm thinking, well, I'm just gonna go into the furball here and try to kill as many people as we can, because that's probably the most enjoyable thing to do. We go up and over, and while it looks like he's kind of gaining on us, it's simply because he's going slower and his radius is getting a little bit smaller. So we just go under his nose, or over because he is inverted, and then we go over his nose because he is now flying level again. And you can tell that I'm just gonna be completely out-turning this guy. He doesn't have any energy left. The Kia 4 is still not engaging me, so I'm not really worried about him coming down anytime soon. We get the shot here, gets put onto a t-shirt, and then we look up and see that the Kia 4 is still not engaging us. So we're able to go into the furball yet again, maybe clean up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 guys before we just win the game. Yak 3 here goes straight vertical in front of us. We just need to line it up. He's going a little bit fast though, so it's important that we aim into the right direction. We squeeze the trigger. Link in the description.